Hello everyone, this is the Sports Spiral, and today I'm going to have a look at the NFL Week 7 and College Football Week 8. So, at this point, we're nearing the halfway point of the NFL season. The college football season is already past that point, or at least most teams are. So, yeah, it's getting exciting now. The season always flies by. Um, but yeah, we are about halfway through with football. So having a look here for NFL Week 7, we it's a pretty bland week if I'm gonna be honest. Not too many great options for games. The best would be the Titans and Colts and the Chiefs and the 49ers, but who knows, we may have some surprise good games, but just on the surface, none of these look that great. Cardinals, I think they will win that one. Hopkins, it's back for them. Bengals, they've been trending upwards after a rough start. And then the Cowboys, they're doing good still. I don't know if Dak's going to be back this week or next week, but I don't think it really matters because they're good with either Cooper Rush or Dak. And then, yeah, I think the Titans get past the Colts, and then the Packers have really been struggling this season, but they should be able to get the win versus the uh, Washington Commanders. And then the Buccaneers will try and rebound from loss versus Pittsburgh versus the Panthers. The Jaguars versus the Giants. This is an interesting one because the Jags they have two blowout wins, but the rest are losses. So that is very interesting. And the Giants, they're doing very well, just one loss, but they're a bit depleted this week. So we'll see if the Jaguars can pull that upset off. And then the Ravens should be able to beat the Browns, who really haven't been doing great. And then the Jets, they've been doing really good. And Russell Wilson, it's just not brought that edge to the Broncos. So I am going to go with the Jets in that one. And then the Raiders and the Texans, currently some of the worst teams in the NFL. We'll see how that plays out, though. I've got the Raiders there. The Chargers, they haven't been doing that great this season, but they've been doing good enough. They should be able to beat the Seahawks, but that may be an upset. And then the Chiefs going against the 49ers, they should be able to get a win there. The Dolphins are going against the Steelers, should be able to win that one. And then the Patriots going against the Bears, one of the worst teams right now. So, yeah, the Patriots should be able to get that victory. Then moving on to college football. Ohio State back in action. They had a bye week last week going against Iowa. That should be a pretty easy victory for them. And then Clemson, they're going against Syracuse. Syracuse all the way up to 14th now. I believe they're undefeated, but I think their luck will run out versus Clemson. Clemson seems like a legit team this year. Then Tennessee, they did it. They pulled off the crazy upset versus Alabama. Theoretically, they should have a pretty easy week here for them going against Tennessee Martin, but you never know. It may not be a loss. I'm picking a big win here, but who knows? It could be like a 10-point victory or something just because of crazy celebrations and all that kind of stuff. Then Baylor going against Kansas. Baylor was doing better earlier in the season. The same goes for Kansas. They've fallen off as well. So this should be an interesting one. The team that wins that, they might not be ranked next week, but they could be on a journey to being ranked once again. And then Texas, they look like they're the better team in this one, going against Oklahoma State. I'm gonna pick them there, even though they're not ranked quite as well. And then Ole Miss versus LSU. This is an interesting one, as Ole Miss tried to become the only. They're currently the only undefeated team in the SEC West, so that would be very interesting. I think they can pull this one off, though. LSU definitely has what it takes to pull off the upset. They've proven themselves pretty good this year. And then the game of the week, it's Oregon versus UCLA, a great Pac-12 matchup. I think Oregon has won lost in UCLA. It's undefeated in this one. I've got Oregon here, but it should be a really close game. And then Wake Forest, they should cruise to a pretty easy victory against Boston College. And Alabama, yeah, they should be able to beat Mississippi State by a few scores, maybe even more if they're angry from last week, if Nick Saban some kind of coach grant or something like that. And then Penn State, coming up off the loss to Michigan, they will try and rebound versus Minnesota, Texas A&M, and South Carolina. Yeah, we'll see if Texas A&M can ever get ranked again. You know, people thought they were going to be pretty good, and they've just completely fallen off this season. And then the final ranked matchup, a Big 12 matchup here, TCU, who it's been playing very good. They are undefeated, going against Kansas State. I think TCU pulled this one off, but that should be another pretty good game there. So yeah, quite a few good matchups, which is quite impressive because we had many ranked matchups last week as well, and we're getting again this week. Now, quite a few teams are on their byes for this week, but should still be a pretty good week of college football. So that's going to do it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe and like. And this is the Sports Spiral. Bye.